It is always good to understand the principle, the operation behind what you are doing. Like I've always said, your understanding of what you are doing, your knowledge of what you are doing determine the extent you can go and also determine the result you get from it. Now, I want to talk about a popular thing we make use of in ordinary omenala Igbo, which is Ose Ọjị, alligator pepper. Now, you have been told that you use Ose Ọjị for cleansing. And you are being told that Ose Ọjị is used to cleanse Ocho. You are being told that when you pick up Ose Ọjị, you use it to touch your body, touch yourself, to remove bad energies, right? You are also being told that you cleanse your spiritual materials, your spiritual items that you are using for sacrifices, for spiritual practices. You use Ose Ọjị to cleanse them, right? You have been told all this. And according to the popular knowledge, you were told that the reason you use Ose Ọjị to cleanse this is to remove virtue. Right? Now, come close. Have you paused for a while to ask yourself, what is that virtue? What is this virtue? And what is the work of virtue? Why is it that it needs to be removed? Have you paused for a while to ask this question? Now, I want you to understand. There are characteristics of Ose Ọjị that make it proper for certain cleansing. Because Igbo make use of things based on what they represent, based on their characteristics, their behavior. That is the meaning Igbo draw from things. Many of us have not paused to ask, why is it Ose Ọjị that can be used for these cleansings? Of all seeds in the world, why is it Ose Ọjị? That tiny grain. Is Ose Ọjị the only grain seed? Granite is grain. Why can't I pick up granules, a grain of granite, and use it to cleanse? Okay, why can't I? Is Ose Ọjị the tiniest seed? There are other tiny seeds in fruits. Why can't I make use of them for the cleansing? What is that property of Ose Ọjị that make it proper for removing Ocho? Now, listen. Ose Ọjị have this property of alertness, of activeness. Ose Ọjị carries fire. That is why it burns in the mouth when you chew it. It carries fire. It's of the fire. It is active. Now, in our Igbo adage, we do say that there are some things that our ancestors do say about Ose Ọjị. Things like, no Ose Ọjị ade eme anya ụla. Ode eme anya ụla. Meaning that it never slumbers, it never sleeps, it never go out of activeness for a moment. Now, another thing our ancestors say about Ose Ọjị is that no soldier de ejije ifele. It never embark on mission of shame. It never embark on mission of shame. That is a mission that is unaccomplished. That is mission of shame. Meaning that it always accomplish any mission that it embark on. Because of what? Why on that mission? It never slumbers. It is always alert and active. Now, let me now give you this secret today. This is an inner knowing that I've been able to discover or access in the recent times, in the recent days. Nobody taught me what I'm about to tell you. I learned it from my spirit about cleansing with Ose Ọjị. Now, when you wake up in the morning and you pick up a seed of Ose Ọjị, or 4 seed or 7 seed or whatever number that you make use of, and you use it to touch yourself, your body. Now remember, your body is the direct contact with your chi, your unseen body. That is, if you want to relate with your unseen body, your unseen self, you relate with your unseen body, your unseen self through the seen, through the part of yourself that you can feel, touch. Because you've heard of this popular saying that from the known, you go to the unknown. Now, when you take Ose Ọjị and touch on your body, you are touching that aspect of you that you don't see, which is your chi, your energy. You are touching it. You are making use of your physical body as a direct contact. So, in other words, when you touch yourself with that alligator pepper, you are actually touching your chi, your energy. You are cleansing your energy. Now, it is not about, see, let me tell you, using Ose Ọjị to cleanse yourself is not just about removing Ọchụ. It is about that meaning that our ancestors have always placed on Ose Ọjị. Number one, that Ose Ọjị adịghị eme anya ụla. In other words, when you take a seed of Ose Ọjị and you touch yourself with it, you are actually telling your energy, my energy, my dearest energy, the energy of me, Ezinwa Anaedo, I am telling you now to be active, to be conscious, and never slumber. That is actually what you are telling your energy. You are telling your energy, my dearest energy, the energy of I, Ezinwa Anaedo, the chi of I, Ezinwa Anaedo. You know your name. I am instructing you today, I am telling you, making use of this Ose Ọjị that never slumber, that you, my chi, should never slumber in accomplishing good and positive things in my life. That is actually what you are telling your chi. That is that is the instruction you should be giving your energy whenever you use Ose Ọjị to touch yourself, to cleanse yourself. You are telling your energy to be active, because one thing Ọchụ does is that it makes your energy to be slumber. It makes your energy to be inactive. It makes your energy to be sluggish. Ọchụ can make your energy to experience what is called divert. Ọchụ, virus. Call up say but on a phone, if you are diverted to another place. What do I mean? Ọchụ can make your chi to be instructed, that is, to obey instruction that never came from you. Instruction that rather came from your enemy. Ọchụ can make your chi to obey it. You can imagine your enemy commanding your chi, instructing your chi, do this and do that. That is Ọchụ. In touching yourself with Ose Ọjị, you are telling your chi, my chi, be active and be vigilant to always hearken to my own instruction, the instruction of me, Ezinwa Anaedo, the instruction of you, your name. That my chi, I am using this Ose Ọjị to remind you that it is the instruction of I that you should always listen to and never experience called divert. That I will not tell you what to do for me and you go and do it for another person. I don't know if you're understanding me. These are what you are telling your... When you are using that Ose Ọjị to touch yourself, just understand that this is what our ancestors intend to achieve by this practice. It is not just about what is that touch? I'm one of that. You have to be specific and name whatever you are doing. I've always said this. You have to be specific and name the whatever you are doing. Name it, give it a name. Remember my teaching, my teaching the other day about how to handle energies. I gave us some principles that are involved. One of the principles of handling energy is that you have to specify the energy by name. Give it a name. And you give energy name based on ihe ọ na-eme. Ihe ọ na-eme. Isi na ihe anụnwa bụ ọchụ. Kedu ihe mere o ji wee bụrụ ọchụ? Ihe ahụ mere o ji wee bụrụ ọchụ. Identify it and name it. Yes. Identify it and name it. Ihe ahụ mere o ji wee bụrụ ọchụ bụ ihe a na ha agba gị na. That it makes your energy to sleep, to slumber, to be invigilant. It makes your energy to experience core diverts. That is ọchụ. And you are reminding your energy that it should never experience that. So you are using that Ose Ọjị as a wake-up call to your energy. That is why every morning when you wake up, take Ose Ọjị, touch yourself, to awake your energy, to make your chi to be active and never slumber. So this is actually what you tend to achieve by cleansing yourself with Ose Ọjị. Also, when you get a spiritual item or material that you want to use for aja or to commune with the forces, with your chi, with your spirit forces, you are advised to cleanse it with Ose Ọjị. For instance, you get a stick of candle and you want to light it. And you take Ose Ọjị to touch on this stick of candle. What are you actually doing? Does it mean that you are not just cleansing this candle to remove water? No. You are instructing that candle. You are instructing it. By cleansing this candle, you are telling this candle, ị ga-amụ anya, ị ga-adịrị m active, and ị ga-anụ ọnụ m ma mee ọchịchọ obi m. That is what you are telling that candle by touching it with Ose Ọjị. Activeness, alertness, and also specification. Specifying to that particular energy what it will do for you. That is actually what you are doing. So when next you bring something, maybe an egg that you want to use to do cleansing, or maybe ọkụkọ ịchọrọ igburu mmụọ, asị gị na gị were Ose Ọjị jụọ ya ka ịghọta ihe ị na-eme. N'iwetara ọkụkọ ịchọrọ igburu mmụọ na iwere Ose Ọjị jụọ ya, what are you doing? You are actually telling that ọkụkọ, be active, be vigilant, and do what I say. I wish someone is getting my message today. If you do, a lot of things will change about your life. A lot of things will change about how you make use of Ose Ọjị and how you see Ose Ọjị. Ose Ọjị, you see, is a very powerful tool, material on its own. Very powerful in directing, in shaping, in commanding energies. Very powerful. Ode Gigi fela, ode Manuola. Why is it that when we go again about when you wake up in the morning, part of the things that you do to prepare your day is that take some piece of Ose Ọjị, put into your mouth, chew it, make some declaration, and then spit it out into the day. Spit it out into the day. By so doing, you are activating that particular day to your favor, to obey your bidding. Maka na ụbọchị ọbụla nwere mmụọ nwe, like tata bụ afọ, enwere mmụọ nwe afọ. By that your act of showing Ose Ọjị and spitting into the day, you are charging that mmụọ nwe that day to your favor, to listen to you. Ọkwa na onye kụrụ aka ka a ga-ege ntị. Onye kwuru ọnụ ka a ga-ege ntị nụrụ ihe o kwuru. Agwa m na ife mmụọ ada eme by gra. Ada eme by na more than 200 years old. ade me by na onemboski bido me ordinary. Knowledge, spiritual knowledge is by inner knowing. I never knew it about like a month ago. I never knew it. About a month ago, but I never understood it deeper as I do understand it now. What I understand now about Ose Ọjị, this video I may not have captured it well or deep as I know it interiorly, because sometimes you find it difficult to pass the message, but you can only try your best. I've just tried my best, so I hope that someone will get it. Inner knowing. And I'm going to listen to your spirit, listen to your agwu. Your spirit is always communicating message to you. The best way to know something, to know the truth, is to listen to your spirit. It is not to go to Afa. I keep saying it till tomorrow. And then the more you depend on the more your spirit go cold. The more your spirit goes silent on you. The more your spirit are died. You can no longer hear from your spirit. Because you always depend on the enemy. If you want to activate the ability of inner knowing, you're not going to know something without any human being ever teaching you that thing. There are many things I know today about ordinary, about spirituality, about more that no human being ever taught me. And how I got to know, I don't know. And about your inner knowing. Inner knowing, something like this, the flash of light, imprint that knowledge in your soul. Maria, you don't know. Until you reach this level of spirituality that you can access that inner knowing without one day you've not started. And the confusion will never end in your life. For long, you always depend on your fellow human being to give you spiritual message about yourself. You can never be free from confusion and from error. Be part of our every Saraka. No beer. Saraka and them. And also the month of November is fast approaching. Be part of our monthly issue. I name a monthly issue every month. Be part of it. Chat me on WhatsApp on 080-324-77868. My name is Ose Ọjị. I come for the total restoration of ordinary no men and Igbo.